Hello, my name is Frankie Dorsey. I am a student enrolled at Fresno State University, currently in the bachelor's program, currently in the international business class taught by Professor Shiroki. Today I would like to discuss with you globalization and its meaning, the drivers, and the benefits and drawbacks of globalization. Globalization is defined as a process that consists of a web of markets, technology, communication, and transport that brings the world into one another's doorsteps economically. Globalization began long ago with routes that started between Europe and Asia. Asia was one of the leading regions in globalization. Today, the U.S. leads with companies such as Apple and Walmart. Walmart leads all companies with over 11,000 stores in 28 different countries. Though the process is not simple, globalization has been eased by treaties, regional and non-regional, such as the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, also known as GATT. GATT was established to promote the flow of trade between 23 nations. However, GATT lacked the power enforcement for those nations that have broken the rules. In comes the World Trade Organization, also known as the WTO, which was organized to help the flow of trade, negotiate, and settle trade disputes. Other organizations that assisted in the process of globalization was the World Bank and also the International Monetary Fund, known as the IMF. These agencies were created to provide financing and to provide regulated fixed exchange rates respectively. Due to the lack of barriers in trade, advancement in technology, and the access to capital, globalization was driven by competition for jobs, economic freedom, and natural resources and materials. Competition caused political leaders to ease regulations and licensings to spur foreign direct investment and increase trade in their nations. Emerging markets benefit from the trade and due to the increase in funds, jobs, goods, and services they received as a nation. The developed nations benefited in increase in wealth and having access to more affordable goods and services for its people. Globalization had its drawbacks: the lack of manufacturing jobs, low wages, and the widening gap between the haves and have-not in developed nations. And in the less developed nations or emerging markets, the low-cost employees were exploited. Their cultures came under attack from Western nations, and the reduction in natural resources in their nations. Globalization is a large part of our lives, and though it has its benefits and drawbacks, it's ever-changing, and as long as there's competition for goods, services, natural resources, and materials, there will always be competition. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope this was assisted or helped you understand what globalization is, its drivers, and the benefits and drawbacks of globalization. Thank you again for your time.